So now a new comedy which has hit Netflix this week called The Good Place. Now, how are we going to do this? Are we going to issue a spoiler warning?
Yes.
Klaxon. I've got the klaxon ready.
Okay,
In fact,
ladies
which
and
is your
gentlemen.
favourite klaxon song? Because I could just insert some klaxons.
Well, I can only think of Golden Scans.
You flipping millennials. Ugh.
What?
Well, I don't even know who the Klaxons are.
You know that song Golden Scans?
Life touched my hand in the two
Golden Scans from now on.
Sorry. Music
You
died
can
in
get all over
1999. We know this. Move on. The Good Place is a comedy, and we are going to talk about it, and the spoiler warning starts now.
Life touched my hand in the two golden scans from now on.
Right.
Oh.
The premise of The Good Place is that Kristen Bell, who is the star of it, is sitting in front of Ted Danson, and he reveals that she has died. So The Good Place is supposed to be an idea of heaven. Ted Danson is like an architect, like a godlike character, and she's there. She's chosen to be there because of the supposed good deeds that she has done on Earth. But in a hilarious mix-up, because she shares the name with someone else who died on the same day in the same place, she is very much a fraud. And this begins to get picked up very quickly when she gets drunk on the first night and steals shrimp. And the following morning, the premise is that the place that this bloke has created begins to slightly fall apart. Large shrimp fall from the sky, garbage
or the
falls
sky,
from the sky.
even.
Indeed, the sky. She's given a soulmate, a guy called Janyu, who happens to be an ethics teacher. Not Janyu, sorry, Chidi,
yes.
Chidi. Basically, the premise is that throughout the first series, she's given ethics lessons by Chidi in order to make herself good enough for him not to reveal that she's wrongly in the good place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrop, are dead.
Cool.
You're okay, Eleanor. You're in the good place. You are here because you got innocent people off death row.
I wasn't a lawyer. There's been a big mistake. I'm not supposed to be here. Somebody royally forked up. Why can't I say fork?
If you're trying to curse, you can't hear.
That's bullshit. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Okay, well, maybe it's not all that bad. We'll ask Janet. Hey, Janet,
Hi there. How can I help you?
what is the bad place like?
I can only play you a brief audio clip of what is happening there right now.
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
It also appears that Janyu's the monk, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. A supposedly mute monk is also in the wrong place. He also was mistakenly brought into the good place. He stays mute to keep his appearances, and he's married to,
Well, none of them are married.
The soulmate of
Jamila Jamil.
Jamila
T4.
who I have to say is absolutely hilarious in this.
She is good.
Now, this is where the spoiler warning comes in.
I asked Matt and Gary to watch all of The Good Place, season 1. I saw it last year and the start of this year, and it's a show you have to see all the way through to understand what it is about. Because it turns out that all 4 of the people that Gary has been describing, Chidi, Eleanor, played by Kristen Bell, Jamila Jamil's character, and the monk, are all being played, basically, by Ted Danson. They're not in The Good Place.
They're not being played by Ted Danson.
No, that would be good, though, wouldn't it? It's all
he's the puppet master.
It's Ted Danson's experiment, because they're not in The Good Place. They're in the bad place.
The bad place.
Yeah, they're in the bad place, effectively, yeah.
Yeah, they are in the bad place, because he's
created...
He's the architect. He's a bad place architect who has created this world that he's lying to say it's part of the good place, but it's a neighbourhood of the bad place, which is different than all the other neighbourhoods.
Everybody there, apart from the 4 main actors and the 4 main characters, is acting in on the joke that these people think that they're in the good place when really they're not. There's a great appearance by Adam Scott.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
They have their devil, known as Sean, that appears as well later on. So, the reason I wanted to talk about this is because I thought, A, it's from Mike Schur, who was heavily involved in The Office and one of my favourite, well, possibly my favourite ever US sitcom, Parks and Recreation. That was his creation, and so is this. And it's such an inventive, clever idea. And I just wanted you to see it and give your opinions on it. And I don't have expectations of you liking it particularly, but I just thought it was an interesting one to discuss because it does pull the rug out from under you at the end. And unfortunately, because I kept saying watch it to the end, watch it to the end, you must have known there was something going to happen at the end. Otherwise, I'd have said watch the
I
first
think
two.
I think I knew something was going to happen. I did not foresee. I have to say,
No, I
was
didn't
fooled.
either.
Now looking back, there were clues, which I think is good.
That's the good thing. If you do watch
There's
it
a little
all
bit
again,
of the there's a little bit
Easter
of the Truman Show in there, isn't there?
Yeah.
You know, if you watch
yeah.
it back, you realise that there was clues. I did like it. I have already seen the first episode of series 2. In fact, I think there's 2. And effectively, he does a reboot. You know, he decides to start again in series 2.
Yeah,
and
that's the final scene. You didn't mention that, did you, Luke?
The final scene.
Because she works it out. What's her name? Eleanor works it out.
Yeah.
While they're all sort of... Because the thing is, she reveals that she isn't meant to be there. The first half of the series is almost like her... like shielding the fact she's meant to be there, and then shielding the fact that they found out that Jason isn't meant to be there, who's the guy pretending to be the monk. But then the second half is like those in the supposed good place working out if Eleanor can stay or if she has to go to the bad place. And then the final episode, she works out that she's already in the bad place. So then Michael, the Ted Danson character, basically wipes all the memories and starts over again.
One character we didn't mention who is crucial to the plot is a character called Janet, who is like a search engine or a help service that pops up whenever
Alexa, yeah.
My Alexa just came alive.
Or Jim Bob.
Yeah, or Jim Bob, like we mentioned on South Park.
Alexa, stop. Thank you. Sorry, I had to say that. She was lighting up.
Darling.
Alexa, silence.
You're not on speakerphone. It doesn't matter you saying it.
Eleanor puts a note in Janet's mouth to remind her that when her memory's been reset, that she can find this note. And when series 2 starts, Gary is right, they reboot it and he says, right, we're going to have another go at this. You're now going to play this person and we're going to give them different soulmates.
Well, I think what they agreed was that they would split the 4 up. What they did was they made these two groups of soulmates who live next door to each other. Yeah. So what they've agreed now is that they all get new soulmate, the first reboot. And it goes on from there. There are 2 slight things with the series 1 that I was a little bit annoyed about. Number 1, yes, Janet is a great character. I didn't like the way in which all of a sudden her and Jason had a romance and got married. That was out of the blue and ridiculous. And if I'm being really picky,
yes,
the reveal at the end that she worked it out was a little bit quick. I know that's because that's what they were building up to. I know they said, oh, Jason said it was just like we're in a prank show. Well, they didn't really focus on that, and he only said it once. I think they could have done a bit more to kind of give you that tip a little bit earlier.
There was quite a lot of bits in there. If you had like a lot of Easter eggs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, but I do agree that it it could well deserve a second watch with the fresh eyes that I've got.
And I think
just
the
how
reason I wanted to discuss it with you is because it's very rare for a comedy to know what it's going to be at the end versus the beginning. Because most comedies, they don't find their feet till the second season, and this knew right from the word go that this is going to be a thing where it pulls the rug out from its audience at the very end and reboots. And it's a clever idea that I hadn't seen done before, and I wanted your thoughts. This is where Matt goes, oh, it's all right, but...
Oh, it's all right. No, I thought it was sort of up and down. Like the first half of the series, I thought went round in circles a little bit. Yeah. But as soon as she sort of revealed that, she wasn't meant to be there, and Adam Scott comes in as like a demon from the good place and things like that. And what I liked about it initially was that it reminded me a little bit of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in that. You get all they show you how you got in the good place by all the little things you did in life. And I like all these little when Michael is reviewing Eleanor's sort of, whether she should stay in the good place once she's found out, he's got that big questionnaire of have you ever earned a personalised number plate? Have you ever seen the California funk rock band Red Hot Chili Peppers live.
Yeah, there was quite a good list. Yeah,
And also, it didn't surprise me that what was the name of the creator? Sorry, Luke, of this.
Michael Schur.
Michael Schur contacted Damien Lindelof about the finale because a lot of it did feel a bit like Lost because you got the flashbacks to their lives before they died. The 4 characters, the Chidi and Tahani characters, you thought deserved to be in the good place because they had done good things, but you saw that their actions were either motivated by jealousy,
the right reasons,
or in Chidi's case, he had that much indecisiveness that caused pain to all those around him. So you got that sort of full sense of security. Because I was thinking throughout, what if all of these people turn out to not be, and it's not just these 2, it's all of them. And I was thinking, well, why is Tahani here? Because she's clearly, not that much of a good person, because a lot of it is motivated by, being in a sister's spotlight and things like that. So I was thinking, that doesn't make sense. So the reveal made sense to me anyway. And I think if you were thinking about the characters a little deeper, then it did to me make sense. And I think after you get that reveal, you're thinking about the series more so than you were before, if that makes sense.
I also like the way in which they got round the swearing issue.
Yeah,
which really I thought that was a good little way of doing
fork.
it.
Why can't I say fork?
Yeah, little things like that made me laugh, and I do think Kristen Bell is very funny, and I said to Luke before, her comic timing is excellent.
I mean, we've loved her since Veronica Mars, haven't we?
Well, that's right, and she was very funny in that. Sometimes not always intentionally, but because it was more of a drama. But she was always, quick-witted, and I think that comes through in this character as well. She's a very quick-witted person.
It's nice to talk about how good Ted Danson is, though, because he is really good, and this is
not the Ted Danson of Cheers or CSI. This is completely different.
Or Becca.
Yeah,
but no, he revels in this, and particularly. You can watch his performance again if you did go back and see. Apparently, they've spoken about how he was never shown on his own at any point.
Yeah,
and I read an article this week that said that they didn't tell some of the cast the twist.
No, you can go on YouTube and there's a video of Michael Schur reading them the final script and revealing it to them, and it's really good because you see their reactions that they find out. I think what I would really like is I would like to go back and watch Series 1 at some point. Maybe Netflix, with thanks. I was just going to come to that. But like with DVD extras. I don't know about a commentary, but certainly DVD extras that maybe could point to you, right, this is where we did this. I do think this is the thing that... It's 13 episodes, but it is very fast. There's no filler episode in Series 1, I think. I know sometimes it drifts, but there's no one episode that you could say where, okay, they didn't need to do that. It's all centres around the main plot. Now, Matt doesn't have a Netflix subscription. Do you feel compelled to seek it out anymore, or are you happy?
I might watch 2. I like Gary. I was gonna watch 2, but then the copy I found sort of stopped. So I've watched like the first 3 or 4 minutes of 2.
Okay, but it was it's such a unique looking show. There's feels like pushing daisies and stuff in there.
Definitely, yeah. It's very heavily influenced.
Good. And I can't second guess it. They've rebooted it now, and how are they going to work out, and where's it going to go? And
is there a concern now that we've done the twist that maybe Series 2 is like, oh, okay, so
no? All I've heard from the critics that have spoken about it is that it just gets better and better.
Fine. Oh, well, there you go. Good news. Yes, you can watch all of Series 1 on Netflix now, and episodes of Series 2 are released weekly. I'm not sure. On a Thursday, so there you are. On a Friday, so there you go.
Yeah.
On the day after Thursday.
Made love.
Well, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and then he chilled on Saturday.
Okay. No, and Saturday. He chilled on Sunday. Wednesday through Saturday was constant lovemaking. Sunday he potted around the garden.
He chilled on Sunday. Yeah.
And he Netflixed and chilled on Sunday.
Probably went to Nando's.
Yeah.
So if Craig's around, he could watch The Good Place on the Sunday, but for the rest of us who aren't lovemaking as often or as frequently...
well, with him doing all of it, we haven't got a need to,
Then it's there on Fridays for us. I do think it's one of the cleverest and most unique comedies for a long time, and it really
Yeah.
captured my imagination, and I appreciate you both watching it for episode 200. Go and seek it out on Netflix. And please, we gave you the klaxons. Don't listen to our review.
Well, also, if you've listened to this and you didn't want any spoilers, then we don't want you listening to episode 201.